How about now? Let me know how it sound now. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me out there? Can y'all hear me? Um, Rick saying I sound good, man. You sure it ain't nothing on your end? Everybody saying I'm good money. Alright, 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 cool. Alright. Yeah, like I was saying, man, you know, the funny thing about these man chats, right? Like, if y'all could recall, I ain't never come at none of y'all. I ain't never come at none of y'all crazy. You know, and I mean crazy, like disrespectful, you know, and the thing about it is, right, it's like, I don't know if some people just say things. Well, I ain't even gonna say I don't know. I know a lot of people say things because it's chat worthy, you know, and I know y'all heard me say before, if these leagues was in a big abandoned building or whatever, and everybody was around each other, I highly doubt cats would talk the way they talk in person, how they do on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the jokes is jokes, you know, slick talk is slick talk and all that. But when you start inviting niggas to your man and, you know, saying little slick stuff like that, I'm just saying I don't be understanding, you know, what's the point behind that, you know? Because the thing about it is, right, like, everything ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing is like, you know, say what you want, you know what I'm saying, but there's a line not to cross. You know what I'm saying? And let me just tell y'all quick what type of person that I am, right? I'm the type of person that if you cross the line with me, see, I'm not one of them cats that's gonna tell you, yo, it's on site. For what? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you that. But please believe me, when I see you, it's on site without me telling you that. You understand? So the thing about it is that I don't know why cats decide to say slick stuff and thinking it's cool or it's funny. Yo, man, it ain't funny and it ain't cool. You understand what I'm saying? Because, like, at the end of the day, if you get punched in your mouth, then it's like, oh, you went too far. No, I ain't go too far. You went too far. So I just don't be understanding the slick talk. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Like, I try to keep it for myself anyway. I try to keep it a certain way. But then, you know, you just got cats that just be slick talking just for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and I don't know. Like I say, the thing that amazed me the most is that we ain't got no broads in here. It's nothing but a bunch of dudes, right? It's nothing but a bunch of dudes. But yet, it's almost like you still get people that try to impress other men. I'm saying I ain't never been about impressing other men. You know, I may try to impress a shorty, and I ain't even about impressing no shorty. You know what I'm saying? If a shorty gonna like me, she gonna like me for what it is. I'm not out to impress nobody. But it's like some of y'all be going out to impress other men. So I don't be understanding that. But like I said, the slick talk is cool, man. But disrespect is another thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I ain't gonna get into, you know, the who's and what's, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I'm just saying, bottom line, man, some of y'all need to watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, like, it's a small world. You know what I'm saying? It's a small world, and you'd be surprised who you bump into. You know what I mean? And you think everything is fun and games until you spitting blood out your mouth. Then it won't be so funny. You know, but, you know, I just wanted to say that because I just find it comical that Some cats really be talking breezy, like, and talking disrespectful out of nowhere too, you know, and for no reason at that. I don't know. I think some of y'all need a girl or something, a hobby or whatever, like, you know, some money in your pocket, something, you know, like, y'all be talking too crazy, too reckless for no reason, you know. But anyway, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this week 7. Yo, Rick, I see you say you turned the AFC around. I see you and Norm had a shootout. Now, here's my thing about that shootout. I see Norm said he was trying to get his guys stats and play around. He wasn't taking the game serious. Now, here's the thing about that. If that's the case, if that's what he was doing, then all right, cool, that's what he was doing. But I asked you, Rick, if that's what he was doing, that's why he gave so many points. What's your reason? What's your reason? Because I seen you, Rick, saying that, you know, you could have put up 100. So what's your excuse for giving up 60? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, Norm said what he said, but, you know, what's your excuse for giving up 60 points? I mean, you won, but you can't possibly feel good about winning a game 64-61 or whatever that score was. You know, but you know, listen, you've been playing pretty good. You've been inconsistent, but you've been playing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, long season, we'll see. You know, I'm just speaking on it because I see that you said something about that a few minutes ago. So, listen, I ain't rooting against you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no. I'm in the NFC. I ain't in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no nickels in that quarter. So I could care less what y'all do over there in the AFC. You know, it ain't gonna hurt or help me in the NFC. You know, but I'm just speaking on what I seen. Like I always say when I see high scoring games, 54-50, if I'm both users, I'm happy no matter which way. I'm not happy about giving up 50 even though I won, and if I lost, I'm not happy about giving up 50. You know, those just kind of type of games I don't want no parts of. You know, but let's get into these predictions and recap. We in current week right here. From my understanding, we advancing after the Steelers and Browns game. I mean Packers and Browns game, because as I'm looking, it seems like everything else is already set. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not set, then it's a fair sim. So yeah, we advancing tonight. Y'all doing a good job knocking y'all games out. You know, y'all definitely knocking them out quickly. So that's a good look. But let's get into it. Steelers and Rams. Snub took out the Steelers 34-21. Steelers playing good ball. I told y'all about the Steelers last. If you go back and remember what I said about the Steelers last season, if you looked at the Steelers record, they was under 500, and you wouldn't have really paid it no mind. But because I do the fifth quarter, I see everything. And I told y'all the Steelers lost a lot of games last year that he could have easily won. And what I mean he could have easily won, I'm talking about like he lost games 2 points, 3 points, like a lot of close ones. It just didn't go his way. You know what I'm saying? And you know, one thing about wins and losses, don't matter about how many points. You know, if you lose every game by 1 point, it's still a loss. But I'm saying he lost a lot of close games, and because of that, because it didn't go his way, it turned his record upside down. But I predicted him to bounce back this season, and so far he's been proving me right, which means the AFC is just going to get a little bit more tighter for that playoff race. But Steelers won this week against the Rams 34-21. Then we had Dallas and Niners. Dallas won 13-3 over the Niners. I said Dallas didn't have nothing going on. I said they started off slow. Good win for the Cowboys, man. That defense. The 49ers, I said this about the 49ers, and I'm going to say it again. They definitely going to have to shake up that roster over there, because the way that team is right now, it is not going to cut it. They was way under 500 last season. They're on their way to be way under 500 again this season. I mean, look, sometimes you got to shake up the roster. Sometimes you got to shake up the locker room. The Niners is definitely is in a position that they have to do something. Or even if they don't make a trade, then they definitely got to just fire the offensive coordinator or something. 49ers got to do something. You know what I mean? Because they got a lot of talent over there, and it's just not paying off, at all. But Dallas, great win, 13-3. This one is a force for the Colts, so I'm not even going to touch it. This is a force for the Giants. I'm not going to touch it. Wait, is this it? Nah, this not a. Hold on, I gotta double check something real quick. I don't think that's a force, to my knowledge. Let me read something real quick. Yeah, that's not a force to my knowledge. Them guys was on two different schedules from the I'm reading. Yesterday, Black Star was free, and today the Giants free. Hello? When, yesterday? Oh. All right, say no more. All right, pardon me, y'all. Back to the music. I was only going with what I was told. What I was told by one of the parties involved in this game. But that's the thing too. Like, I don't know why y'all be. I don't know why it's so hard to just be honest or just say what it is. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like when it comes these Madden leagues, like I say, man, these Madden leagues be what's the word I'm looking for? It be like, I don't know. I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. But with these leagues, it be something else, man. Because you see so many different things transpiring, And I don't know. I like, my thing is, like, to me, a lot of people make things more difficult than what it needs to be. Like, I'm saying, I know for a fact I never had no issues with nothing, with nobody, with no games. Like, it's pretty simple, like, honestly, you know what I'm saying? But I always say that, it seemed like there are some people that don't know how to separate Madden leagues from real life. Like, if you know, like, I've always been the type, since I've been in these leagues, if I know I've been busy, or I know that we ain't playing this because of me, I'm always giving my opponent the force win. No questions asked, no me trying to get slick, no trying to get over, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. A lot of people just don't move like that, and it's kind of like, it's kind of mind-boggling, when you think about it. It's a free league, but it is what it is, man. Anyway, let's get to the next one. The game of the week is Browns and Packers. Browns and Packers. It's going to be a good one. I think the Packers got one loss. The Browns got one loss. Somebody about to get their second loss unless they tie. I don't really see a tie happening. I don't know, man. Listen, Packers don't have Aaron Rodgers. He's still balling, but we're gonna see how Jordan Love do, against certain teams. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going with the Browns. I'm going with the Browns to win this one. You know what I mean? I know Jordan Love ain't built up that quick, and I know Pearl is still the type to, do his thing with him. But, I just believe it's going to be a different look. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. But Jordan Love, I don't know. I don't know if he has. I don't know if he has what it takes yet to be involved in Showtime moments. But we're gonna see. But I'm taking the Browns. Meantime, between time. So give me the Browns over the Packers. I'm gonna go 24-20. Next, we had Vikings and Bears. Vikings bounced back, finally snapped this little losing streak. He went 38-35. Good win for Minnesota. That's a great win for them. They needed that. They've been struggling. They are on the road. They won by 3 over the Bears. And listen, man, no matter what, it's always good to get a win. So Vikings puts a win up there on the board, and they pulled it out. Ravens and Bills, 66-14. Ravens crushed the Bills. The Ravens, man, listen, the Ravens is very explosive, a very explosive team. If you let them do what they want to do and don't make no effort to slow them down, this is the type of damage that they can do. You cannot let the Ravens just run up and down the field, because they'll put up as many points as they can till that clock says 0. And this just a prime example of that. Prime example of that. So, when you play the Ravens, man, you definitely got to come with your defensive game plan. And the one thing I will say is that with Bap and these Ravens, what makes him deadly with the Ravens is that he don't look to run first. He's a pass first, run second type of guy. And when you play against Lamar, you be so busy worried about him taking off that you don't even realize that he ain't even looking to take off. You know what I'm saying? But Baltimore is always a team that you definitely got to come with your defensive scheme. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's going to be a long game. But good win for the Ravens. They took out a tough Buffalo team. This was the AFC Championship rematch from last season, but it did not go anything like how the AFC Championship game was. Even though they won that game too, but this just got out of hand. This got out of hand even more. The Broncos, I said the Broncos had some redemption to do going back from last season, because I don't know, man. The Broncos, the first half of going back to last season, the Broncos started off good. The second half of the season, they fell off, and they starting off slow this season. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know what happened to Denver, but whatever corner they turned down, they have not found their way out of there yet. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Or they, too, are somebody that's going to have to make a trade or something to do something. Listen, sometimes you just got to put guys in a different atmosphere. And sometimes you got to bring guys in to do something different, to spark the team. Denver look like they need a spark. I don't know what's going wrong. When you look at the roster, they got talent at receivers. They still got Russell Wilson. They got a good defense. Like, they got talent, but and Calm is a good player. You understand? He's a good player, but something is going wrong in Denver, and he hasn't figured it out going back from last season. And this is why I tell y'all too. This is why I be telling y'all. Y'all think that one season is one season, and y'all don't never really think about one season carrying over to another. This is why I say it's important to finish games and finish playing, because if you don't find nothing at the end of the season, you can come into next season with the same type of swag and letdown, and it'll be a long season. So it's important to find your niche. Whether it's early or late, you got to find it. Denver hasn't found it yet. And he's in that division with the Chargers. Dre got the Chiefs. They looking like they heating up now. And who else over there? The Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders. Well, those are the 4 teams, and Raiders. But you know, it's the Chiefs and Chargers that the Broncos need to worry about in that division. But I don't know, man. It's not looking too good for Denver. But great win for the Chargers. Next, we had Chiefs and Raiders. Chiefs blew out the Raiders 49-17. And I said the Raiders too, right? Like I said, they got the best trio. They got the best trio, best set of wide receivers in the league. They got Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, and D Hop. And it's just not working out. You know what I'm saying? It's just not working out at all. I mean, they got three number ones. You know, three number ones. You know, nobody has three number one cornerbacks on their team. I mean, most guys lucky to have two good cornerbacks on their team. You know what I'm saying? But if you got two, three is very rare. You know, he got three number one receivers over there. You know, and the thing about it is that them guys is pretty much up there in age. So when you have a set like them right now, you're supposed to strike while you got them type of receivers on your team because they're not young. You know, you got a small window you're supposed to be taking advantage of, and they are not doing it by a long shot. So I don't know, man. Raiders got a lot of talent over there at their receiving core, but it's just not working out for them at all. But good win for the Chiefs. They're looking like they're trying to hit their niche after the slow start they had coming off a successful season last year. Bucks and Falcons, unfortunately, like it's going to be a fair sim. This is one I would like to have see played, you know, but it doesn't look like it's going to get played this time around. And let me just say this, too, about the division games, right, that gets fair simmed. And this is going back, too, to what I seen going on with the Carnage and Rico situation. And I made this rule up last Madden for the division opponents. We don't want fair sims dictating somebody gets swept, right, in a division. So that's why I decided to come up with the rule of if anybody in the same division has a fair sim the first time, whoever wins that fair sim, if it's a fair sim the next time, then y'all just gonna split. Now, what that means is that doesn't mean that if y'all had a fair sim, the first time, and let's say Bucks and Falcons, right? Let's say this their first time playing. Let's say this game like it's gonna be a fair sim and the Bucks win. That doesn't mean the next time that they play, Falcons get the force win. No, that's not what that means. That means if they don't get a chance to play and it's got to be a fair sim, then the Falcons will get the force win. You know, don't think because y'all had a fair sim the first time and the opponent won, well, next time y'all play, well, he won the first fair sim, I'm getting my force. No, that is not what the rule is for. The rule is to make sure that fair sims don't dictate divisions. You understand? Because division games is the most important. You know, you play everybody in division 2 times. So I'm saying if it's going to be a fair sim, we're going to make sure it's split. So nobody gets an edge over one another. You know, so keep that in mind. You know, if you can play. You know what I'm saying? It's not about who got the win from the first fair sim, and then it's like, all right, well, I need my force win. No, that's not what the rule was intended for. The rule was strictly intended to make sure that fair sims don't dictate or sway one way more than the other. You know, so and like this one is going to get a fair sim this time around. Although I was looking forward to it, but like it's just not going to happen. Next, we got Lions and Cards. Lions won 27-13. Lions is hot, man. They hot. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? They hot. They had a good season last year, and they looking like they're right back to business again this year. Texans and Bengals. This game was a shootout, 64-61. It's a game you rarely see, and you know, you rarely see scores like this. You probably would never see a score like this, like, period, moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened in this game other than what I heard one opponent say, but, you know, it looked like they was just out there with strictly offense. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, Texans got the win. They win by 3. Moving moving on to week 8. We got let's see, let's go back here. We got Raiders and Vikings, and like I was saying, man, the Raiders, I'm disappointed in this Raiders team, man. They got all them number 1 receivers over there and don't have nothing to show for it. So I don't know, I can't call it with that. But I'm going Minnesota in this one. Minnesota got a good one last week. Can they capitalize? Can they capitalize and get it done this week? You know, I think they should. I think they will. So I'm going to take Minnesota at home over the Raiders by a score of, I'm going to go 31-17. Next, we got Cards and Bengals. This should be a good one. I mean, look, man, the one thing the Bengals have been doing is what I spoke about. Strictly offense and not much defense. You know, look like that's going to be their calling card for the season. You know, like I said, they got a nice offense over there, but defense is a different story, you know. So we'll see. You know, I know the Cards like to hang their head on their defense, so we'll see which way this go, you know. Cards, I believe, though, Cards going to have to score some points, you know, regardless of what. Cards going to have to score some points and to get the job done. I'm going to take the Bengals. I'm going to go with the Bengals in this one. You know, I'm going to take the Bengals. Cards, I don't know if the Cards are going to be able to score enough, and I don't know if the defense is going to be able to slow them down as much as he would like to, you know. But we'll see. I think it's going to be close no matter what, but I'm taking the home team in this one. I'm going Bengals over the Cards, and I'm going 32-27. 32-27, Bengals over the Cards. Next, we got Bears and Saints. Saints is off to a better start this season than they are last season. I still think they're one game under 500, or maybe they are 500, not 100% certain, you know, but yeah, I know I root for parity. So I root for the Saints. I root for teams that's you know, struggled the season prior to. And we're gonna see. The Bears is one of them teams that's inconsistent. You know, one week they'll come and they'll play good, and next week, you know, they'll just do everything wrong. You know, so I don't know, man. This one of them games that, you know, in my opinion, can go either way. You know, this game can go either way, in my opinion, to be honest with you. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to call. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to make a choice, if you hear that sound, you know where I'm leaning. I'm going Saints. I'm going to go Saints in the upset this week over the Bears. Saints at home. I think Saints get it done. I think it'll be close, but I like the Saints. Give me the Saints this week over the Bears. 27-23. Next, we got Jets and Dolphins. This is a rematch from a few weeks ago. The Dolphins smashed the Jets a few weeks ago. They put up 40-something points and only gave up 14, you know. But the beauty about division games, right, is that you always get a chance to redeem yourself, you know, regardless of what. So I got the Jets bouncing back this week to even up the score. You know, I know he got blown out by Miami a few weeks ago, but I think the Jets tied the series up 1-1 for the season. Jets are on the road. It's going to be a little more difficult, but I think they get it done. I'm taking Jets in a close one over the Dolphins. I'm going to go 27-24. 27-24 Jets over the Dolphins. Next, we got Steelers and Browns. Guess what? These two played a few weeks ago, and guess what? Steelers won that first matchup. Steelers won the first round of this between these two, and now the Browns is home looking to even the score. Let me tell you something. This is kind of like I don't want to say a must-win for the Browns, but they have to win this game because if they get swept by the Steelers, I'm telling you that's gonna, and the Steelers is playing good. That's gonna be something that's gonna come back to haunt them, because that means the Steelers gonna have the tiebreaker over him, and the Steelers is like I said, the Steelers is playing good right now. So Browns do not want to get swept by the Steelers. The Browns gonna have to get this win. I'm telling you, he gonna have to pull this one out. Otherwise, you know, he gonna be in a little situation. You know, he gonna be in a little situation, so he got to figure it out. I think the Browns bounce back though and tie up the series. I think he splits with Pittsburgh on the season 1-1. I'm taking Cleveland this week. I'm gonna go 33-27 Browns over the Steelers. Next, we got Panthers. We got to set this for the Pats. November 4th, DK is supposed to be back. Just so y'all know, November 4th. So, you know, keep that in mind. November 4th, DK is supposed to be back. You know what I mean? And if he's not back November 4th, then, you know, we're going to have to go ahead and do what we got to do. You know? Colts and Texans. Rick going against Jay Green. Colts, I believe, don't have a win still. You know, the thing about it is, right, like, well, I see the Colts making trades, you know, and stuff like that, but sometimes you gotta make a trade that's gonna be impactful. You know, I see the Colts out there, he's willing and dealing, but he's not making no impactful trades. Like, you know, when you don't have no wins on the season, that means you got to really swing for the fence if you're going to make a trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, this goes back to me saying things like, you know, some guys got to know they lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you one of them teams that's struggling and you making trades and you trying to figure it out, you got to make an impactful trade. You know, you got to bring something home. You got to bring home a heavy hitter, you know. And, you know, me personally, I don't like the move that the Colts been making. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's his team. But I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't like the moves at all. You know what I mean? Like, when you struggling, you gotta do something to try to turn it around, you know. You gotta look for certain type of pieces. What are you missing over there? Like, I don't know. I don't like the moves that's being made off the field for the Colts at all, you know. But you know, it is what it is. Again, I ain't got no nickels in that quarter. You know, I'm just here. You know, like I said, I root for parity. That's why I root for parity. So that's why I say things to try to help certain guys out, because I root for parity. You know, y'all know that's like my favorite word. You know. But yeah, I got the Texans this week. I'm taking the Texans over the Colts. Colts struggling. I'm taking the Texans. I'm gonna go Texans this week. I'm gonna go 41-20. 41-20. Next, we got Rams and Giants. Silk going against Big Game James. I can sure use Big Game James to slip up and drop one right now. But I don't know. Man. This Rams team, I think they only got probably like one win on the season. You know, they're struggling big time. Only way I can see big James losing this game is if he come in here, playing around, but I think he come in and take care of business. I'm going G-Men in this one over the Rams. I'm going to go 34. I'm going to go 34-21. Next, we got Chiefs and Chargers. Great matchup, great game. Chiefs need this game, though. Big game for the Chiefs. Big spot. They need this one right here. So, Chiefs going to have to come with their A game. But if they can pull this off, though, this would be their best win of the season thus far. Chargers a tough team. We know that. Tough out. Good user. So Chiefs going to have his hands full in this one. But if he plays smart, I like his chances. But I'm going with the Chargers at home in this one. I think the Chargers been more consistent this season. They've been more locked in. Even though the Chiefs look like they're starting to turn it around, I don't know. We'll see. This is a good test for them to see where they're at right now at this part of the season. So I'm taking Chargers over the Chiefs this week. I'm going to go 36-31. Next, we got Falcons and Titans. Should be a good one. Falcons on the road going to Tennessee. And I'm gonna go ATL. I'm gonna go ATL in this one, man. They're on the road. I know on the road can be difficult. You start out going against the momentum with the home team, but I think the Falcons is poised enough to get it done. So I'm going ATL in this one. But if he loses, would I be surprised? No, not at all. Titans is a good user, so it's going to be a good game. I just like what this Falcons team brings to the table. I like the pieces that they have. Big receiver, big fast tight end. Really they got a nice little crew over there. So I'm going ATL this week. I'm going Falcons 33, Titans 29. Next we got Lions and Packers. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this now. Packers need this win. Packers need this win. Why am I saying that? This goes back to last season. Lions swept the Packers last season. But again, I told y'all, styles make fights, and it's about matchups. Packers won the Super Bowl. Packers didn't face the Lions in the playoffs. And had he did, Packers might not be standing here today Super Bowl champions. Packers lose this game against the Lions. I'm telling you now, this is going to be a big-time loss. And I don't even care I don't care if the Packers win the rest of his games for the rest of the season. If he don't win this game, I'm telling you, he knows that that's going to be a problem. And he's no longer going to care about the rest of the season. And when I say not care, I don't mean he's going to lose a bunch of games. I'm not saying that. He's going to want to get strictly to the playoffs because Pearl is a competitor, If Pearl loses this game, he's going to want to go straight to the playoffs, and he's going to want to face the Lions again. Just to try to, shake whatever's going off against this team. But I'm here to tell you, he's not going to want to face the Lions in the playoffs if he loses this game. I know it's week 8, but trust me, and by the way, this game means more to the Packers than the Lions. If the Lions lose, it's just a loss. If the Packers lose, it's not just a loss. It's now a streak. It's already a streak. A losing streak, but then it turns into a bigger losing streak if he loses. So we're gonna see how this play out. I know y'all always hear me say, going back to last Madden, all streaks is meant to be broken. Whether it's a winning streak, you're gonna lose eventually, and even if it's a losing streak, you're gonna win eventually. Streaks don't last forever. But I don't know if it's starting to be, a thing to where it's the Lions just have his number. Packers get out of character when he play the Lions. I don't know. But this matchup, this game's going to tell me something. And I can't lie. I'm going with the Lions. You know, but I'm here to watch it, and I'm here for the smoke. I'm here to watch it, see how it play out. But I'm taking the Lions this week over the Packers. I'm going to go 27-22. 27-22. Lions over the champs. Bills and Broncos. Like I said, going back to the Broncos, I don't know what's going on in Denver. They got to do some serious tuning up over there. They got to do something. They got to do something over there with that Denver team. I don't know what's going on with them, but the wheels is falling off quickly. You know, Buffalo got smoked last week. Both teams got smoked last week, so somebody's going to feel a little bit better after this game. The question is who? Well, if I gotta be honest, I think Denver has way more concerns right now than Buffalo. Therefore, I'm going with Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo over Denver. 33-23. Next, we got Seattle and Ravens. Ravens home. Ravens putting a lot of points. I'm going B-more. Give me B-more. 37-20. Next, we got myself in Washington. I say that I just say who's favored and who's not. I say Philly favored over Washington this week by 5. And last but not least, we got Jags and Bucks. I'm taking Bucks over the Jags. I think Bucks get the job done. Give me Bucks over the Jags this week. Even though Jags is playing good, I would love to see Jags winning the upset. But I think the Bucks get it done. But we'll see. If the Jags win this game, then he's playing some serious ball over there. But give me the Bucks this week over the Jags, 33-24. And that concludes your recap and predictions. See y'all the next 5th. I'm out.